Is that a good enough thumbnail? Today's video is relatively simple. It's just unboxing all of this stuff that I've bought over eBay and Amazon in the past 3 months or so. Pretty much this is all vintage photography gear. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's clear up some room to work first. Let's start with this one, I guess, but I'll need something to open this with. There you go. How do I open this? There it is. Yeah, how do I open this? Oh, it smells old. I'm so confused. How do I open this? Okay, I see. Okay, so this is an Edixa. This is a Hanemax Praktica Nova B. I didn't buy this for the camera, I bought it for the lens. The lens that I was interested in is a Meyer Optics Gorlitz 50mm f1.8. So yeah, this lens is going to be fairly fun to play with, and it looks pretty clean. Meyer Optics is one of the 2 sister companies that made relatively good optics in West Germany at the time, in the 50s and 60s. Yeah, and the other company was Carl Zeiss, so one of the lesser known manufacturer of lenses back then. This is relatively light. Wonder what's actually in here. Yeah, okay, this has got to be another lens. This one's gonna be a fun toy. The Helios M44 series is very well known for its swirly bokeh. But this is a, oh, this is hefty. This is a Helios 77 M4. It's a 50mm version of the Helios 44. The Helios 44 is 58mm f2, if I remember correctly. This is a 50mm f1.8. And yeah, so this one will be a fun toy to play with too. Interesting. I believe this package is another Meyer Optic. Okay, so this one is another Meyer Optics 51.8. This one I wanted to play with for repair because my understanding was that the aperture ring does not function at the moment. For M42 lenses, there's this pin at the very back of the mount where if you depress it, it would usually close the aperture. Maybe I can show you. So this has the same pin at the back, and if you change the aperture setting to say f16, when I depress this pin, you should be able to see that the iris of the lens is closing. However, for this one, the iris does not readily function. And one of the reasons I've been getting so much gear shipped in to begin with is because I'm trying to get into vintage camera repair. I want to pick up camera restoration as a hobby. What is this? Oh, cool. This is not vintage camera related. I picked this up as a fun little toy. This is a Bluetooth mouse, except for instead of a regular mouse, it's lined with fabric. But yeah, really nice texture. Okay, let's keep going. This is something a little more practical. This is a light meter. This is a old school selenium light meter. Yeah, so basically this is what you would use to meter for film and cameras that don't have its built-in meter. The reason I picked this up is because some of the cameras that I'm planning on playing with, such as the Hanamax Practica, don't have its own meter. Actually, I don't think any M42 mount cameras has its own meter. So this gate, in theory, should be spring-loaded, which means there's a bit of a repair job to do here too. This should be a relatively simple repair. Someone repurposed an Amazon box, which is good on them. Recycle, reuse, and reduce, recycle, reuse. I'll save this for a little bit. Oh, okay, cool. They're essentially magnifiers for film. It essentially allows you to inspect film for sharpness, quality, image quality, that kind of stuff. This is some really janky packaging. I think this is the only thing that's in here. Oh, this is another Meyer Optics lens. This is the wider sibling of the lens that we just saw. This is a 29mm f2.8, and for its time, I think this is one of the only wide-ish lens options that had a bright aperture and is well received in terms of image quality. So this lens and the 50mm f1.8 is probably going to be my go-to kit on M42. Another camera body, and I believe this is going to be the main star of the show today. This is basically what got me diving into eBay. Edixa Reflex. This brand or series of cameras was mass produced in Germany post-World War II. They're not particularly great in terms of their functionality or durability. These are actually well known to break pretty easily. Oh no. Oh, the rewind, the film rewind just jammed. Let's see if I can get it reset. Okay, there you go. And it fires. Okay, these are notoriously problematic. They have one beautiful, beautiful thing about them that I just could not resist. The Edixa Reflexes are so, I guess, wonderful, is that you can switch the viewfinders out on them. This is a waist level finder for the Edixa Reflex. Basically, you switch this out for what is typically a prism viewfinder, and these ones allow you to shoot with the camera down here at your waist level. You can see through the lens without having to bring the camera up to your eye. I think this is wonderful. A wonderful, wonderful tool for street photography. Oh my. This lens is a joy to use too. You see that little window there? If you turn the aperture ring, that window shifts. That's the focus scale. Wow, that is awesome. Okay, I did not know this about this lens before I picked it up. This is a Edixa Travenar A 50mm f2.8. No wonder these go for so much money on eBay. This camera obviously has a few problems. I will end up disassembling this camera and giving it a thorough cleaning. I'll be sure to make a video about that. Oh, okay, this is not film related. This isn't even camera related. This is a 970 EVO Plus 2TB. I bought it as an expansion drive to a new laptop that I got on Black Friday, but yeah, I know what this is. There you go. This is a E-mount to M42 lens adapter, so I can use all of these new vintage lenses on that camera right there. This is one of the original versions of the Helios 44. Helios 44 M4 Compared to what we saw earlier, this is a Helios 77 M4. Both of them have similar internal lens design. This is a 50mm f1.8. This is a 58mm f2. Okay, so this should be our last package. And in here, I believe, is another Edixa Reflex. The reason I got two Edixa Reflexes is that I'm not 100% confident that I can repair a singular camera. So I got a second one to pick donor parts off. Oh, this is kind of cool. This is like a silver version of that Travenar. Oh. That is awesome. This is a preset lens. And it's so smooth to use. I'll take this off to show you guys. So there's an aperture dial that changes the aperture as you spin through the range. But for film cameras, you need all of the light that you can possibly get to focus. So what you do is there's this ring, this spring-loaded ring at the very front. You turn the ring to open up the aperture. When the ring snaps back, the aperture doesn't come back. But when the camera fires the shutter, the aperture sets. That's kind of cool. I like it. Although I probably won't keep it. Oh, this is such a fun lens if I could keep it. Does the shutter work on this? It'd be cool if it does. Oh, it sounds like it's clean. This one might be functional. Oh, that's a neat surprise. But yeah, let's do a summary. We have one Edixa Reflex with a silver Travenar A lens, 50mm f2.8. This is a Helios 44 M4, 58mm f2. A Meyer Optic 29mm 2.8. A Helios 77 M4. It's a 50mm f1.8. This is a Meyer Optics 50mm f1.8. Sekonic light meter. Not as interesting as lenses, I guess. Replacement viewfinders for the Edixa Reflex camera. This is the. Man, this case is stiff. Hanemax Practica with another Meyer Optics 50mm f1.8. This camera specifically, the Hanemax camera, this camera I might fix up and give it to a friend who's also interested in film photography as a Christmas present. I wonder if sounds clean. Oh, that sounds kind of slow. For 250th shutter speed, that sounds really slow. Hopefully we can clean this up and give it away as a Christmas present. Okay. And then we have another Edixa Reflex. This is a Model D. This is actually the camera that I was originally looking forward to using, but I believe this one is not a functional copy. This one needs a lot of repair work done. So hopefully we can do that. That's all I got for today. Yeah, just wanted to show off my eBay haul. As I play with these, I'll definitely make more videos about them. So yeah, I'll see you next time.